up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up with y'all? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing out there? Y'all know what day it is. It's Wham Talk Wednesdays. It's your boy, Try Wham, Wham OG. Try Wham on Twitter, Wham OG on Twitter as well, as far as the description name. But y'all know it is getting streamed right here on 11 Sports on all platforms, YouTube, Facebook. We on Periscope as well. Man, shout out to y'all last week, man. I appreciate all the love and support on the return of Wham Talk. It's been a great comeback, you feel me? I'm trying to come back in the form, man. It's all type of shit to get into. We're not trying to waste any of y'all time either, man. So let's get right into it. What we did speak on last week, we talked a little bit about um the NBA going into Orlando. It's a playoff structure format. We talked about that. We talked about exactly, what the 8 games pretty much are. We could really break that down as well. There are going to be 8 games before the playoffs, possible playing games. Well, definitely a playing game on the East. But other than that, man, it's going to be pretty interesting as well, seeing all the teams that's not included into this Orlando breakdown. What's going to happen to them, man? You know what I mean? What's going to happen to them? So, hopefully my stream is all right. Everything is functional, man. Cause I know the shit was tripping earlier, man. If y'all got any problems, man, make sure y'all let me know. Shout out to everybody in the chat already. My man DJ Big Boss, who did had a birthday yesterday. Shout out to my guy DJ Big Boss. Man, y'all know what it is, man. That's my bro. That's my guy, bro. All love, man. Hope you had a great birthday yesterday, bro. I didn't hear anything from the guy, so shit. I know he had a good time. Shout out to my dude. You feel me? I seen him say what's up. Appreciate the birthday love, of course. The regular in-house, but I didn't know what he was doing. I know you probably got it in, man, as you should, brother. Do what you got to do, King. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to DJ Big Boss once again. It was my man's birthday yesterday. Definitely had to give him a good shout out there. Same birthday as Pac as well, y'all. Legendary shit right there, bro. Shout out to my guy DJ Big Boss, bro. But yeah, man, going into this recap, we did talk about the elders policy as well. I made a joke about that, but as far as like the fact that they want to get rid of some of the older coaches, well, not really get rid of them, but try to be protective of them because of the coronavirus thing, man. This coronavirus stuff is crazy, y'all, man. We just got a memo, right? We just got a memo from the NBA, which is this board of people that's going to be in charge of, keeping everything safe in regards to, the pandemic, relocating to Orlando, all that good stuff. I mean, in this memo, man, it's a lot of interesting things. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about what they've been interested in, the snitch hotline, which is funny, but it's really not that funny. You know what I mean? The snitch hotline shit is crazy. So if you guys didn't know, I'm not really a reporter, obviously. I'm just a capper trying to break down games here. But as far as the reporting goes, inside this memo, which I didn't read all the pages, but inside the memo, um, there's a point that they're emphasizing that if you see anybody out there doing anything that they're not supposed to be doing, let us know. Hit this number, call us, tell on these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Call and tell. Go out your way and do whichever you trying to do. Forget all that. So there are going to be some people definitely doing this, calling this number. I could definitely see a trainer. I could definitely see some sort of you know people that's on the side of the actual game, on the side of the actual game, calling on these people. But the players, bro, any of these players, which they probably are out there, gonna call anonymous or whatever they gonna do. That's gonna be the coldest, funniest outcome of all this shit. All finding out who all is making these calls to the snitch hotline. That's funny. Other than that, that shit ain't really that big of a news. The big thing to me was this smart ring shit, though, y'all. Now, this smart ring shit coming into this pandemic in this board of NBA health officials or whatever, right? In that memo, man, they saying that the residents they're going to receive a smart ring. Pretty much what the smart ring does is going to track if you're being social distance to people. It's going to also keep your location. It's going to also, of course, right? It's of course obviously going to keep your location. It's going to keep up with your blood pressure, your respiratory functions. It's going to keep up with how you're breathing, type of oxygen levels you have and shit. It's going to also break down. I'm not sure if it's going to break down. I also read something else in here. I forgot to write it down, but it's also going to break down some other health implications. Obviously the fever and things like that. But it's going to keep those things monitored for a certain period of time. And I believe they say 4 weeks. Players just like, hold on, man, what y'all gonna do with that information? They saying they're gonna possibly throw this shit away, but it's one of those things that they don't really, got a full grips on as far as in the negotiations. But that's one of the interesting things to me as far as the smart ring thing, because it's one of those things that's not negotiable. It's you're gonna get pushed on to wear this damn ring, like it or not, and it's gonna pretty much track if you're social distant or not. So a lot of this snitching shit, which was funny, but them having the smart ring is a little bit more interesting to me because the fact that you look at this place, man, it's isolated. It's kind of like being bunkered in. Everyone's gonna wear those little Disney magic bands to get their food and go inside and outside their going in inside and outside of their rooms and stuff. But it's pretty interesting, man, to see exactly like how the logistics and how everything's gonna be kept safe and what are the the implications if you're not being social distant and all that shit. It's pretty funny as well as far as like the 10 days relative to the 14 days if you do actually have the coronavirus, which is fucking crazy. Like I don't understand. Like if you get caught, you get up to 10 days, 4 to 10 days. If you get caught going outside the bubble or doing something like that, you get caught 4 to 10 days, right? You know what I mean? But if you get, if the smart ring or any other thing indicates that you have the coronavirus on top of you actually getting regularly tested. That's one thing I failed to mention. I'm sorry about that, y'all. These people are going to be regularly tested as well every other day. Yeah, every other day. That's what the test is going to be for this coronavirus shit. So it's pretty interesting, man. Like you're going to get so in depth on if you have it or not, or if you don't have it, you get isolated. You're going to be doing so much of that thing, so much of that stuff. Where is all the competitiveness going to be into this? Like, you know what I mean? I don't think people are going to play around and jeopardize people's livelihood because I think they're going to really actually sit down and say, hey, we're in uncharted territory. We have to vote for this NBA season to come back. Not only are we doing that, but we definitely don't want the social injustice to, dwindle, or we have a great time right now. A lot of these people are protesting. They want to keep these people out there in the field, making the change happen, which is definitely needed. You know what I mean? I feel you. The NBA has to do something. So the NBA has to do something. They can't just sit out here and just sit on their ass and not fucking do something when Steven Jackson is obviously one of the face of this tragedy, you know what I'm saying? So they definitely can't sit on their ass and not do nothing. So this kind of, landscape that they orchestrating, in my opinion, I believe that this is what we're going to see, um, you know, being played out. Something that's going to be all over the fucking place. And I think at the end of the day, I don't have a good strong point on like what team is going to be the favorite out of this. To be honest with you, I think it's going to be mostly on who could keep up with the actual little things and keeping their eye on the prize. And if you have to bet your money on like that, you got to look at more of these older teams, in my opinion. So it's going to be pretty interesting. You're going to see a lot of. I think you're going to see the Rockets be really good, in my opinion, as well. I think the Rockets might be really good. See James Harden shed some weight. Shit might actually work out for them. But I could go in all the way into that. But that NBA Rona test breakdown shit protocol, that shit is crazy, bro. It's way too deep for me to go into on a 30-minute show for sure. But we're gonna try to go a little longer. Maybe we could reach back. Y'all got some questions about that shit, man. We're gonna touch on it. But other than that, it really ain't nothing that y'all need to be really focused on. It's really a capper's look, and that's pretty much it. But as far as the breakdown, we could give you guys a pretty much breakdown. Now, all the players are scheduled to report within the next 5 days at June 22nd. I think that's a Monday. That's next Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So next Monday, they're going to actually have to. report to the actual places and all that good shit. The 23rd, the coaches are going to bring them in for voluntary workouts. Pretty much, they're going to still be practicing the social distancing, getting all that good stuff out of there. Now, the next main point of traction is them actually going to Orlando. The 23rd is when they start doing the practicing. After that, they're going to get a little bit of time, in between that. But on July 7th, that's when all the players are too. Everybody that's going to go to Orlando after they say, hey, I don't want to come or all that good stuff, and they make the plans to go July 7th, I'm sorry. They're going to make sure they get the travel out there from as far as the reporting that I've been reading, July 9th to 29. That's where we're going to see actual training camp. So you're going to get a little bit like, more reports on how this is affecting certain players, how they making out of this, without their loved ones, because the loved ones can't make it to the actual site until pretty much the playoffs start. When the playoffs start, that's when the family could come in. Like the playoffs is going to start on the 17th. The family could come in at August 30th. You know what I'm saying? So the 17th of August is when the playoffs start. That's a long way from now, guys. We still got to go through the training camp in July and all that good shit. So the NBA really isn't going to really start until like, July 30th. But you know what I mean? It's not going to feel like you're really starting until, August, later on in August. So right now, this is what we're dealing with. But for the most part, it's pretty freaking interesting because some players aren't going to be out that long. They're not going to be out that long with this coronavirus shit. I could only imagine who get caught right before those 8 games are up, and then really miss the first round of the playoffs, and come back on the second round, and you know what I mean, and get catch a momentum and build their team up. Like that could be one of those stories that could easily be something that's orchestrated out here, man. Y'all know how I'm fucking kind of conspiracy theorist, you know what I'm saying? Me and DJ Boss, Big Boss, but bruh, it's probably crazy. It's really crazy. It's really crazy when you think about all the different variables that could actually happen. It's really easy to plan ahead because they're really giving us the landscape ahead of time as far as like what to expect, in my opinion. But going more into this, after the training camp, the seeding games, pretty much is what they want to call it. The seeding games happen on July 30th. There's going to be 8 games there. And July 17th, once again, they're going to hit the playoff there, July 17th, bro. My man Coco Bongo, bro. Shout out to you, bro. I see his actual comment pop up. This guy, this is my guy, bro. I appreciate you, bro. My dude say he drunk. He drunk at the beach. Hey, I hope when you rewatching it, bro, you see this part too, bro. This part's funny, bro. I appreciate you, my guy. He said, "What beach you at?" Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep that one on the low, man. I heard one of these things from my coworkers, bro, that I'm so fucking like into this shit so much. I'm gonna get assassinated. This motherfucker literally said I'm gonna get assassinated. So we don't want to give our locations flip. You know what I'm saying? We don't want none of the homies out here because we might be, you know what I'm saying? We out here trying to get to it as we should. So let's finish this little breakdown though. So as far as like the way the playoff starts in the 17th, the 30th is when the family could come. So it's gonna be like 2 weeks, first week of playoffs, right? Like the first round of playoffs is gonna get played out, first 2 weeks. And then after that, family could come. Second week, you know what I'm saying? That kind of really that reason why I like it because you kind of cut half of the teams that's going to be there for the playoffs out. So that means less of the people that was already there. It's kind of like they could still do the same sort of logistics. So that makes a lot of sense. I actually like the way they did that. But as far as September 30th is when the scheduled date of the NBA Finals is supposed to start. So September 30th. Very interesting, man. I'm actually gonna have my gender review. I just found out today, man. Shout out to this. Hey, shout out to the family because I'm gonna try to cut this up for the family. Let y'all see this. I'm gonna find out when I'm gonna have my baby. Some sort of time around my wife's birthday. So we're gonna have a birthday party, gender reveal party type of joint going down this year. It's going down September. I already know by the time that happens, the finals come, we gonna be tired of social distance and shit. That shit, all this stuff that matters with the NBA, that shit might not mean nothing no more. We probably gonna be some normal shit at that point. And that's probably when the shit really come back. But go back to this stuff, man. The lottery though was very interesting. Before the actual final start, we're gonna get the NBA lottery. Obviously, it's gonna be in between the it's gonna be in between the um the finals and the Western Conference finals. So around that time, that's what we're gonna see where the lottery is. And in between there, my man Joey Work, shout out to Joey Work. I love that play, bro. Man, hey, bro, we're gonna be me and you gonna be the ones looking at the Wizards like heavy. But going into this draft, bro, this draft is crazy, y'all. This is crazy, and it's so interesting. The reason why I want to cancel out Suns early on because they could possibly get the ninth worst record in the league if they actually get out the playoffs, keep their record, pretty much where they're at right now. They'll be like 10th. They could just make it a little bit more worse. Get one of those teams like the Wizards, which my guy Joey Work just put out right here, man, +9. The Wizards right here. If the Suns could get a worse record than the Wizards, check this out, y'all. Even if the Wizards get in the playoffs and all that shit, they're already in a playing game automatically. That's one of the things. They the luckiest team. You might as well, you might as well put something on them right now, Joey, because they the luckiest fucking team on the East. They automatically in the playing game for the playoffs. All they got to do is just play good, somewhat good, or stay healthy, get out of the coronavirus little shit within this 8 games. They're gonna probably get in the playoffs, bro. That shit crazy. But going into what you're saying, Joey, and the reason being as far as what the Suns are doing, man, I think Wizards got a chance to make the playoffs, bro, and be really one of those good teams that, one of those teams that, make some shit happen. They got some young players over there that could easily turn the corner, make something out of themselves, easily turn the corner, make something out of themselves. It's definitely one of those teams that you could definitely roll the dice on, get some big money on, not even all the way to make, not only all to just make the playoffs, but shit, they automatically in. They automatically in though down there. That's like an automatic play right there though, Joey. That shit automatic. They already automatically in the playing game, bro. They just easy money, bro. Easy money. Um, Going into this Sun shit, bro. I think the Suns have an easily chance to get in the ninth position since the new rules, y'all. Remember, we going into the same rules that happened last year with the odds when it got crazy. This year the odds are going to get crazy as well. Remember, the Lakers got a pick that was able to use to trade to get to get Anthony Davis. Remember that. That's how we end up getting Anthony Davis. We actually had a top draft pick because the new rules with the odds, the Lakers crept their asses up. The Suns, on the other hand, they possibly could get into one of those scenarios, get in the top five, lotteries, man. They right now they're like in the 10th spot. They could easily get in the top point. Let me actually pull this shit up for y'all, man. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? We could pull this out real quick, real fast. So look, I'm talking about these teams right here are already out. These two. These two are already out. Now you're looking at this team right here in the Suns that's going to Orlando. They're going to Orlando. All these teams gone. All these teams are out. But you feel me? Look at their schedules is already locked in. These schedules, I mean, these guys are already locked in. If these guys get a worse record, man, they actually going to have a worse win percentage than some of these players probably. You know what I'm saying? They're probably going to have a worse win percentage than these two right here. They could get creep past these guys, get a little bit better odds. They could get some better odds for them, man. That's a easy look at them getting one of those top five, lottery odds slots. And shit, man, that's a good that's a big jump in talent in my opinion because I believe in the top five, the fifth odds. I mean, as far as like mock drafts, a lot of the mock drafts that I've been seeing, the fifth guy is like Opie Toppin. Opie Toppin was balling like a motherfucker. Y'all already know. Opie Toppin was balling one of the top players in the nation. Just like that was the fifth guy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys in the lottery are expected to be a lot of overseas guys as well, but you get yourself up there, possibly get a LaMelo Ball, man. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you take these 8 games off, catch one of these magic wham, fuck somebody's shit up? Hey man, I'm about to give you the run on the way out player type shit. You feel me? Maybe that's some shit happening, man. I don't know, but on the other hand, One of the things that's interesting as well, these teams that's already at the top, like the Lakers and like the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, the Milwaukee Bucks is one of the most interesting. So you look at their schedule, they're at 53 and 12 right now as far as win percentage. They're obviously, number one in the league. The Lakers, they're not that far behind though. They're not that far behind. What they're about 2.5 games behind, three games behind. They're not that far behind. So if you look at their schedule though, it's very interesting as far as the difference in between the matchups, the difference in between the type of talent that they're normally used to playing and what they're actually going to face. Bucks, they're going against a lot of East Coast teams here, though. They got the Boston, which is would have been next on their schedule. They got Miami. They have Memphis, though. They do have Memphis in there. One of those tough teams that's going to be trying to grind into the playoffs. You know what I mean? They do have that in the Bucks. Like I said, they're in one of those top teams. Not really caring too much. They could possibly be it. They play the Wizards as well, which is going to be an interesting game. And I think I want to definitely want to watch the Wizards versus the Bucks. Want to watch that game a lot because they play them twice. Now the reason why I want to watch the first one heavily because I want to see the exactly type the the type of force that you're going to get from uh, Bucks. Are the Bucks are going to really try to play these guys out of nowhere, or they're going to just be like, man, these guys they might not try to smash them out. I think they're going to be a lot of teams playing tough. Don't get me wrong. This is one of the toughest teams that's already was fucking firing throughout the regular season. Why not go crazy in these next 8 games? Y'all know how much I love taking the Bucks first half, bro. But the reason why I'm going into this game particularly because they're trying to go in for the playoffs. Like my guy Joey said, man, the Wizards they make the playoffs plus 900, man. That's crazy odds, but at the same time it's actually good odds, man. You might be able to get a nice dog check right here out of this because the way it's looking, man, Bucks might not be really out there trying to, go too fucking hard in this game, man. The home court advantage isn't really home court advantage like that. So, Mike, why the fuck go for all that? Why go for all that? Where's the incentive point? I mean, they really haven't really specified too much rather than, you're going to get a better hotel accommodation, which is cool and all, but that just means you're going to be around, top tier talent all the time. You're going to see the Bucks and the Lakers at the same high end hotel mostly or some shit like that probably. I don't know. But for the most part, man, you look at them, they playing Boston, Miami, Memphis, Wizards twice, Houston again. They play Houston, the Mavericks, then Toronto. Towards the end of their schedule, if they try to click it in and get back on the rear and click it in the gear, that's gonna be a problem for the Bucks because they play some tough teams at the end. Like I said, Wizards really fighting for the playoffs right there. They're gonna be considered tough. Still could be considered a fucking minus 17 spread still. You know what I mean? Still could be a minus 17 spread still. And if you think about it like that, there might be a minus 17 spread going into this game against the Wizards, man, that's really trying to press it, man. You might want to take the Wizards, bro. You know what I'm saying? You might really want to take the Wizards. So I'm looking into, what's going to happen. Another thing I said last week that we did recap, what happened with John Wall, man? What's up with John Wall? Where the fuck is he going to be coming from? It's very interesting, man. Very interesting. I mean, a lot of this shit got people all in ups. Thinking about this as the last season that you're gonna, know as you known the NBA before it transitioned to something new. I think could be one of those things. I don't know what's going to future hold, man. This shit's crazy as hell to think about all the things that we done seen so far, and in the last 3 years, let's just say, it's been crazy as hell. You know what I mean? So going into this breakdown with the Lakers. Oh, we could bring this back up. I'm sorry, y'all. Pop this. All right. So going into the reason why I like the Lakers to probably get the first seed overall, man, because the Lakers, man, I think they're gonna be low key. They've already been kind of like isolated away from the NBA this season. Um, I think they're gonna continue to do something sort of similar than that. As far as people's, it's very interesting, man. It's very hard to make any type of predictions and shit, and thinking about all that. But I'm very optimistic as far as the way the Lakers are going to be able to take advantage of this. Not only they're talking about the smart ring, being able to track all your respiratory systems and track if you're, social distancing, so you're gonna be not being able to be around the same people. They got all these amenities and things, but you can only be around one other person, and it's crazy as fuck the way that shit work out. The reason why I think that works out for the Lakers, man, because everybody gonna be locked in. You're already used to playing, phone tag with your homies anyway. So you might well be doing that at somewhere similar. We might be able to, oh, I'm about to play him first. You come downstairs, you play him next, type of thing, or everybody just smoking in the side room. I don't know. This shit crazy as hell the way you look at it, bro. But the Lakers, man, they got an easier schedule than the Bucks, man. Lakers got a little easier schedule. They got the Houston Rockets, which is not going to be easy. Denver is not going to be easy. Utah. So Utah and Utah twice. You know what I'm saying? Toronto, not easy game right there. Indiana, not easy either. But they have Portland or Orlando. Portland and Orlando. Maybe the Heat, possibly the Heat. And one of the things about that is because the Heat and Orlando seems like everybody was scheduling their trip towards the Miami, Florida way anyway towards the end of before the end of the breakdown, the lockdown. So it seems like a lot of teams were having that schedule, the flight to or Florida. So that's one of the things on the schedule is kind of like vague as far as what they're actually going to do. Is it going to be the Heat or Orlando finishing a lot of these players? You know, actual season, or they're going to try to shuffle it up. It's going to be pretty interesting, but these are generally what they're going to have the next following 8 games of the teams that's actually at Orlando. It's going to be pretty interesting how that happens, man. So I still think the New Orleans Pelicans has a easy ass schedule compared to Memphis Grizzlies or actual Portland. I mean, we could look at Portland right here. Portland, they have Memphis, Orlando, Mavericks, 76ers, Boston, Brooklyn, Lakers, possibly Orlando or Miami. Again, like I said, they're all were planning to go to fucking Florida towards the end. Portland was one of those teams. So um, I don't know, man. I think Portland has a tough chance. I did hear that Damian Lillard did say that Nurkic is, feeling healthy. Zach Collins is probably coming back. That's really a big addition. You know what I'm saying, to what they already were doing with Melo. Melo probably not going. He's probably not going to start now, which I think he was starting, right? He was starting and everything. I don't think he's going to start now, so he's probably coming off the bench and or whatnot. And I think they do have Trevor Ariza there as well still, so they could be a possible team that can, make this schedule. Make this schedule really light. They are one of them cool teams that's, they're going to be like the cool guys whenever they make the way to the rooms, or, it's not everybody not going to be together and shit. But this is very interesting because they're all going to be watching the games together, and it's going to be pretty funny as well because you're going to be able to see them all watch the games and get dialogues, and maybe even have like microphones on before they walk in, and hey, LeBron is going to talk about, or he dissect the game one day, and they give you a different type of level of, hey man, I hope we do play them, you know what I mean? Like, oh, LeBron said that he hope he plays the Lakers or the Celtics or whatever the fuck the case is, you know what I mean? It's going to be interesting as hell to see all that play out. Hopefully they do get mic'd up before they walk in, man. Even though they're on their downtime and shit, we want to see that. Um, yeah, the craziest thing, another tough schedule though. Not just to go into like Portland has a really tough schedule. I think the Heat has a tough schedule as well. Now they are in the fourth spot, so they may be one of those teams that you know that could possibly want to slip up. You know what I mean, or go down a little lower. I guess I don't know, but they have a little tougher schedule as well. They got the Bucks, Indiana, Oklahoma, Denver, Phoenix, Boston, Toronto, possibly the Lakers or Portland at the end. Possibly the Lakers or Portland at the end. That Lakers or Portland at the end is going to be either way, probably be tough games because at the end you're playing the Lakers or you're playing Portland. They're trying to fight, you know what I mean? Especially Portland, they're trying to fight. Lakers trying to get in the form. Toronto, I think Toronto's going to be a really good team, man. You see them right here. Toronto was already, already probably locking in at number 2 seed the way they were going. They have really Boucher, man. Boucher is fire, bro. I think he's only going to be better through the time that he's had off. Some of these players are out of shape, like they said about Luca, but like I said before, Luca is one of those players don't really got to be in shape to play this damn game the way he play. He has handle, he has shot making, he could, what I'm saying, he has good vision. he's a pretty good player, bro. I'm not really worried about Luca or any of these other players. I'm looking at some of these players like Jokic though, Jokic, James Harden, other players that's possibly making these transformations into like more slimmer bodies and shit. I want to see how they're going to be moving. James Harden, for example, I mean, if James Harden just get a little bit more faster, bro. Like, he's always like slow, smooth, but like I'm just saying, like if he get like a little burst like Russell Westbrook, like man, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Not saying it doesn't have that either already, but he already dope ass fucking player, but you just get adding a little bit extra, man. It's crazy as hell. You think about that, but the Heat, man, I think the Heat definitely has a tough ass schedule, bro. But I mean, man, this is one of those craziest. This is one of those craziest Wham talks that I'm ever did because it's so much to talk about. I don't want to go over too long, man. We already over 30 minutes, but there's so much to talk about, bruh. So much to talk about. I don't want to go over something and then watch this again. Like, damn, man, why didn't I talk about that? Like, talk about how, the NBA season is possibly going to come back in December 1st, bro. That's crazy as hell. My birthday is December 9th, man. I would definitely love the NBA to start off on my birthday. That shit's dope as fuck. But I mean, I think I want to end off with this free agency part, bro. And this is just a little bonus segment on Wham Talk, bro. Shout out to everybody that's been following in, watching us right now. Shout out to y'all, man. People that's rewatching, thank y'all for tuning in. People on Twitter retweeting, I thank y'all. Appreciate y'all as well. So going into free agency this year, you normally have those players that's on their last year possibly looking to negotiate their way into a new term, I mean, a new contract, or force their way out of the actual city because they don't like the scenery. People don't treat them well. You know what I mean? They don't actually value them as a player. I like Anthony Davis, yada yada, whatever. I'm looking in this season, man. We don't have that big of a splash in free agents, right? We have a lot of players like in the Fred VanVleet caliber, Bogey Bogdanovich from Sacramento caliber, really good players. Trez, Montreal, very good, very caliber players, very good players. But at the same time, they're not at that, esteemed Kawhi Leonard moving, to the Clippers caliber that's going to shake the NBA. So you're looking at this year, maybe as like, hey, we really didn't miss out on anything anyway in the season, whatever. But I think it's very interesting because you're looking into next year though, because you have that same shortened off season. You don't have that same vibe that you normally would. So a lot of players are already in that mode because normally they would be in that mode at around this time anyway. So Victor Oladipo and Giannis Antetokounmpo is very interesting right now, and a lot of reasons being because this thing that we're going through right now with the Black Lives Matter, as far as the anthem or and all the things that you see in the NBA, the NFL, everybody's pushing out there. All these copy companies, trying to cover up their bases. Like, yeah, we care about y'all. We care about y'all. Keep paying for us, man. Keep buying this shit. Keep doing this. NBA don't want to do that because obviously, like I said, Steven Jackson is like a face to to the situation at hand. And this being, a market that they have a lot of money involved, you know what I mean? The free agents that's affected by this will be those on this Giannis Antetokounmpos if things don't, work out all the way and plan. So obviously he want to get his ass out there and ball, go crazy, win his championship. That way he could get validated on the other side of things. I think it's gonna be tough for the Bucks to actually keep him anyway. You know what I mean? Before this, so now that they have this, I think it's going to even be impossible for them to keep Giannis. And the reason why I'm saying that is because they probably wouldn't. They only had the Supermax as the fucking holder. If that is possibly kind of tainted or any type of forced away from there, or it could be possibly incentivized as well. So it could lean into like newer negotiations, making it even harder for you to say no to the Supermax because everything else is lower. But I think in this case, bruh, you look at what we have going on, very interesting. Very interesting to see how, how this shit could actually affect Giannis Antetokounmpo and his money. How that shit could fuck this shit up, bro. How that shit could fuck him up, man. It's gonna be one of those things we gotta look into. And looking at their looking to renegotiate and things and also Utah. I do want to cancel Utah, y'all. And the reason why is because Listen, Utah has a lot of shit going on. They're not going to fucking go far in the playoffs. They got their guy, one of the main scorers, off the dribble scorers, pretty much on season-ending surgery. He's gone. Plus, their main two guys that was in this damn fucking coronavirus dispute, they're pretty much up for contracts and renegotiating the supermax for Rudy Gobert and fucking Donovan Mitchell in the rookie extension, which he's going to get that automatic. Which I believe him and Kuzma and all these guys kind of trying to make sure they get their money as they should. But this is very one of those things that is just you don't have too much focus. You're not going to be able to keep everything intact, and it's too much fucking variables for these guys. They're not going to be able to do that good. I'm definitely looking into the Suns and Utah as early on. I'm trying to fade y'all. Y'all might be trash. Bang, 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 pew, pew, pew. That's what I'm on right now. So that's what it is, bro. I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. This is Wham Talk Wednesdays. Y'all know exactly where y'all can find me on Twitter. Try Wham, Wham OG. Y'all know what it is. Man, I appreciate everybody that turned up, tuned in, man. Shout out to my guy Flipper with 13. You already know what it is, OG. My man said smash that like button. I appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? DJ Big Boss, what it do? You already know. Happy birthday to the bro. And this is how we doing Wham Talk Wednesdays, man. We're gonna make sure we get back at y'all next week. Everything was lovely. I appreciate all y'all showing up, showing out. Joey Work, best of luck for that play, my guy. Which makes sense to me, bro. I feel like it's automatically, they're automatically in, bro. But there it is right there. Shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. When Talk Tuesdays, Wednesdays. I said Tuesdays. I'm thinking of fucking tacos now. All right, y'all. Peace.